Hello friends, this is Adam with MovieGuy365, and today I'm going to review Ryan Gosling's latest film, First Man. If you're new to the channel, please hit that like button, subscribe, share with your friends, hit that bell notification. I put out videos daily. I had a chance to check out First Man with Ryan Gosling, the latest film by Damien Chazelle, and overall, I really enjoyed this movie. It is my girlfriend and I were having this conversation literally yesterday about movies based on historical events that are well made that still manage to put you in suspense or wonder despite knowing the outcome. And the movie we happened to be watching was Titanic, which, you know, she was right. Like, that's a type of movie that even though you know what's going to happen, you're still waiting for it. You're still anticipating it. And I give that as a testament to great filmmaking. And Damien Chazelle was able to pull that off brilliantly in First Man. You know, it stars Ryan Gosling, Claire Foy, and there's a veritable cast that support this film, but it's largely from Gosling's Neil Armstrong's point of view. And I think it has a very intimate feel. And what I mean intimate is there's a lot of close-up camera action, especially on Gosling when he's in the shuttle or he's test piloting something or he's in a situation, you know, NASA related. And it's very close quarters. They don't pull away for a lot of wide shots or epic shots. You know, it's something that we've seen before in various movies. To use a comparison, something like Apollo 13, where they like to, you know, they show, which I think is a brilliantly made movie. You don't get a lot of that going on. It's very, you know, from his perspective. You're there. I think the intent was to put you in the situation. Now, that being said, those situations are amazing, especially in the audio. The sound effect is phenomenal. I would highly encourage you to see this in a proper theater that can give you you know, the highest possible sound quality. IMAX would be ideal for this situation, and although being intimate, it does have a sense of urgency and scope. That being said, we do have a fantastic cast, but as great as the supporting players are, I noticed movies like Apollo 13, going back to that, and movies in that era where they are talking about flight or even any kind of historical films that in the last 50, 60 years, there are a lot of faces, there are a lot of names, but it's very hard to put those faces to those names. And I find myself more or less in that situation as well. It sucks because you can't really walk around, you know, have your characters walk around with a name tag saying, "Hi, I'm you know, Chuck Grissom," or something like that. And it's not until going to those specific moments where those particular characters are on screen in their meaningful scenes that you know who they are, and then your mind's searching back and says, where did I see them in the film? That's kind of a problem, and I'm not going to put that on the filmmakers because that's a difficult situation for any filmmaker to experience. It didn't hinder my ability to enjoy the film, but, you know, and another testament to the film is if in the first 10 minutes you feel such exhilaration, but you get an emotional gut punch in the first 10 minutes. That's saying something. That's an amazing thing to pull off. You go from one extreme to another in a short amount of time, and it works. And when you have those emotional points, you know, it's not really a spoiler. It in fact happened in real life. But when Armstrong loses his youngest daughter early in the film, that thing resonates throughout the rest of the movie, and it's done so effectively. I think Chazelle manages to capture it brilliantly. Once again, things you know well, may not know necessarily, but anything true to life and that's put into film, you know, you have some semblance of what's going to happen, or, you know, it's kind of hard to throw like, oh, hey, this is, you know, a surprise kind of thing. While you may not know his family background, this in fact was something that happened. And just to get that emotional impact early, you know, you go from the highest high to the lowest low, and it's fantastic. And that's the first 10 minutes. I feel the rest of the film moves at a very, very steady pace. Now, this movie also has pretty much the exact same length as the movie I reviewed yesterday, Bad Times at El Royale. And I felt like this movie moved better. It had a better flow. You know, wasn't checking my watch, wasn't feeling, you know, 2 hours and 21 minutes, you know, with credits. It's a good movie to just lose yourself in. And yeah, we know what's going to happen, but to see it unfold in front of you, and it's just so good. It's really good. Also, there's a couple scenes where they kind of slow the brakes a little bit, and there's a scene towards the back half of the movie when Armstrong's playing with his kids in the kitchen. And now, I don't know if this is true or not, but it came across as a little bit of a Terrence Malick influence. It almost like play by play on his playbook. You know, I felt that at that particular moment in time in the movie, it was a beautiful scene, and it worked extraordinarily well. It slowed things down from the NASA side of things to what was going on at home, which they tried to give equal amount of time to. But I felt the home scenes with his wife and kids were probably, you know, a little less on the attention side, which I guess, you know, you have to find a balance. But I feel maybe a little more love could have been shown on that aspect. Overall, the movie itself has an emotional impact. The climax, of course, with them landing on the moon, once again, spoiler, I felt it, and it wasn't something that you get out of your seat and cheer. It was a very subtle, it had a nuance to it that it made you feel what was happening, and everything that led up to that point. It was extraordinary. Those scenes were shot brilliantly, and I'm going to say, you know, overall, you know, in closing, this is definitely, I think, going to be making my top 10 of the year. It was absolutely fantastic. I would highly recommend seeing it in IMAX if at all possible. See it in the best possible screen you can. It's that good. It's a film to see. It's something to see in the theater. Now, this is going to rock a lot of home theaters when it comes out on 4K. And I, for one, will be cranking those speakers up and enjoying the beautiful HDR that we're sure to get. But if you can, go see it in the theater. I think it deserves to be seen in a theater with an audience. It's a spectacular film. I can't recommend it enough. So that's pretty much going to do it. Leave your comments below. Did you see it this weekend? Are you going to go see it? I think you should. I do. So yeah, if you like the channel, please like, subscribe, hit that bell notification. You know, I put out videos daily, love doing the videos. So until next time, this is Adam with MovieGuy365. I will see you at the movies.